You guys really are like the hip-hop early morning, late night talk show.
The Breakfast Club is the most powerful, popular, urban radio show in America.
Made it! Live from the Black Mothership in New York City, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Jess Hilarious.
Thank y'all for being cultural leaders, man. I appreciate what y'all do for the culture.
Collectively known as
Breakfast Club, bitches!
I'm always nervous when I do the Breakfast Club because sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
Everybody wake up! I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Lauren from New York.
Hey, Lauren, good morning. Get it off your chest, Lauren.
Okay, basically I'm calling because I'm very upset. I met someone, I felt like he was the love of my life after a year. And then one morning, Ice just came and took him away from my house, and I've never heard from him again. So
You said Ice?
Ice.
I'm a little pissy.
Yeah, Ice. Where's he from?
He was Mexican?
No, Jamaican.
Oh, he was Jamaican. So he didn't have his papers, though?
No, I mean, I think he did. He had a whole life here, so I'm not sure what the issue is.
If Ice came to get him, he ain't had his papers right. He was trying to marry you to get that green card.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. I'm just been in shock. I've been very upset. Like, they took my baby. Like, I just can't.
Go to Jamaica.
Huh?
Go to Jamaica.
No.
Are you sure? Listen,
That's my baby. I love him. Go to Jamaica. No.
Are you sure they took him? Are you sure they took him, or he might have just been over you and had some people come over and pretend to be Ice?
Gotta go back home.
No. They took him. They came after him like he owed something to the devil to himself. They threw him on the ground and called him all types of names.
And you can't find him?
Away.
And you can't find him?
No, I don't know. Nope.
What's his name?
I'm not going to say that.
Well, you ain't trying to find him.
Right, you don't care.
It's simple as that. You don't care about that man.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
You don't want to move to Jamaica. You don't want to shout him out over the radio. You ain't really trying to find him.
I ain't even say move. I just said go. Damn. She like, no, ew.
She said the man is married, though.
Oh,
no, whoa. I didn't say he was married. I need to understand what he did first before I'm just going over there. Like, I don't even know what he did.
But that's your baby.
I know. It's one day they your baby, the next day they something else. I don't know.
You know what? Goodbye,
we were
man.
fine.
Goodbye,
we were
Lauren.
fine.
Goodbye, Lauren.
She just woke up thinking about him.
Hello, who's this?
Yes, sir. It's J.A. from Indy.
Peace, J.A.
Get it off your chest.
So, interesting enough, I get through every time I call to you guys every week. And Charlamagne shows love, Jess sometimes, but DJ Envy hangs up on me every week. And today, it's got to stop.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need him to work on his attitude. That's it. That's all I need to say.
I'll stay sometime.
Why would you hang up on that man? That's disrespectful. That might have been God testing you, you know.
No, it's not. He's still there,
No,
man.
for real,
He's still there.
That might have been God
John, you
testing
have
you.
a great day. You have a great week, okay?
Bye.
Exactly. You hung up on that man.
He hung up
that
on
was
me.
God.
Yeah,
That was God testing you, and you failed.
He was right there.
He wanted to get back. He wanted to hang up.
Yeah, he wanted to hang up on me, too. All right, we even, John. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy John, man. What up, Envy, Charlamagne the God, and this beautiful Jess.
Good morning.
John, what's happening?
Man, I gotta get it off my chest, man. Listen, man, check this out. I just got off at 6 o'clock, right? I'm trying to go to McDonald's and get me a nice, fresh, hot sausage and cheese McMuffin.
Pause.
These mother got the nerve to have an attitude because they late. Y'all supposed to be open at 6 o'clock. It's 6:10. Y'all ain't open up yet. Then we gotta wait 2-3 minutes if we short-staffed and all that. Yo, listen, man. It's not my problem, bro. Get my goddamn business, man.
Well, that's not the attitude.
Sorry.
I understand, but that's not the attitude to have. Everybody's probably a little stressed out this morning, okay?
Yeah, but they still have to be able to maintain a level of professionalism because the customer is never wrong.
Yeah,
well, I
listen,
don't believe that, but not in this case.
This same thing happened yesterday. They was late opening up yesterday, bro.
Where's this McDonald's at?
I
What
order
city?
the same McMuffin every morning when I get off at 6, man. It's nothing, boy.
What
Boy,
city?
Nothing more.
Where you from, bro?
I'm in Georgia, man. I hate to say it. I'm in Georgia. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, so you can understand my pain, man. I'm in Georgia with this bullshit.
We can't understand your pain, but I tell you one thing: manners will take you where money won't. So if you just, especially if you go there all the time and you're a nice person, they'll probably be happy to see you coming. Pause. And I know Jess, this might trigger Jess because she used to work there.
No diddy. Yo, follow me on Instagram, man. Rich Fatherhood, you heard?
All right, brother.
Did you ever have this problem when you worked at McDonald's?
Why do we tell people to get it off their chest if you always got something to say when they getting it off?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Man, it's Anonymous from Savannah, Georgia, man.
Anonymous.
You don't have to be anonymous. You're on the radio, sir. You can just change your name. Whatever name you ever wanted to be, you can be right now.
Well, it's Anonymous.
All right, Jamal.
All right, get it off your chest,
I
bro.
want to get it off my chest, man. I just want to tell everybody, be thankful, man. There's a lot of people who are in a worse situation than you. So just be thankful, man. And if you see somebody, just be polite to them.
But you know, see, I can hear the Geechee in your voice, right? So you come from the same thing that I come from, where your grandma told you manners will take you where money won't.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
But you know, you could have said your name. You didn't say anything crazy. You just said be thankful. Like, is that?
Nah, I just want to be anonymous.
Okay.
I always wanted to be anonymous.
Everybody be thankful, man. For real.
That's right.
Thankful, man, 'cause it's people out here who are in a very worse situation than that.
That's right.
Okay, brother.
People know that voice.
Hello?
Shootout.
Yeah.
What's up, Brandon? Get it off your chest.
Straight up, cut over, back up, the shootout.
Tell your man to be quiet for a second.
Yeah, my fault. Top of the morning, how y'all doing?
Peace,
brother.
King. How you?
I'm everything good. So listen, right? I wanted to get it off my chest that, my lady, man, she go through my phone when I'm sleeping. And then, whenever I try to go through her phone when she sleeps, she's sleeping with it under her pillow, underneath her, and she'll wake up.
Man,
but the only way I
stop.
can go through her phone.
Stop. Why y'all don't trust each other? How about that? I don't want to hear nothing else. Why y'all don't trust each other? That's so corny. Y'all going through each other's phone.
Listen. It's not even that. I don't do that.
You just said you do it. You just said she go through your phone and you go through her phone.
Yeah, but I do that because she do it. But I'm saying I don't just randomly say I'm going to go through her phone because I want to.
Sir, have you cheated before I got caught cheating?
In the past.
Oh, there you go.
Has she got caught cheating?
No.
Is this your guilty conscience? What'd you say, Jeff?
I said he trying to get even with her.
Man, knock it off.
You trying to get even with me?
Yeah,
Yo, just knock it off.
No, you knock it off, yo. Stop going through our phone.
I just told you she go through my phone when I'm asleep.
Yeah, so that means you do it too. What's the tit for tat for?
He's scared?
Because it's like, yo, listen. Why she can go through mine when I'm asleep, but I can't go through hers, though?
You just scared she gonna get that poom to somebody else because you got a guilty conscience. That's all that is.
Well, you gave her a reason to because you got caught cheating.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate you guys.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Before we get started, I see T.I looking again. Last time he was here, we said that we didn't finish the wall.
Yeah.
And we told the king that the new wall had him on it.
Okay, I see me.
Do you see yourself on the wall?
Yeah, I see me over
Okay,
there.
all right. Just
But
want to make
see,
sure.
in 14 years, because everything on this wall is 14 years of Breakfast Club history. We had to figure out which version of T.I was going to be on the wall.
I see you got dread, T.I.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, then. All right.
How you feeling, though?
I'm cool in it, man. What's up with y'all?
Good.
Can't call it. I be wondering, is Dread T.I more T.I Tip or Clifford Harris?
Man, yeah, they're probably more Mr. Harris.
Okay,
Mr.
okay.
Yeah, it's a little evolved and elevated in the consciousness and all.
Okay. So how do you feel with? Because now that the evolved T.I is also the even more of a father T.I, because not only are you just a father, you have to be a father in the industry because all your kids are in the industry.
Man, damn. Yeah, that's I ain't see that one coming. You know what I mean? Nah, I didn't. Because to be honest with you, when he first said he wanted to rap, he sucked. So I never.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him you scored? Damn it!
But the thing is, man, I really admire his dedication and commitment to the craft. Cause I kind of told him what was wrong about it, and he committed to changing it. You know what I mean? And he's probably one of the most eloquent rappers I know right now.
Yeah, that generation love him.
Yeah,
he dope. What did he? What was he getting wrong?
Man, to be honest with you, man, all he was talking about was buying out the ice cream truck for everybody and going to the mall.
He was a kid.
What he supposed to rap about?
Man, something. I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna get your ass kicked, man. Right now, you rapping about a privilege that only you can enjoy. This is something, this is a life only you know about. You should be rapping about the things in your life that you have in common with other people who may not live like you. And then that's when he started like talking about weekends at a mansion and going to school from his mama house and, you know, just, you know, growing up, you know, without a full-time father and, you know, just those types of things. And when he started tapping into the elements of relation, that's when, you know, it started clicking on a different level.
And now your youngest daughter, which is, I'm sure that's the one you got to make sure she's singing and she's successful. People love her. And I heard that you guys up here, you know, shopping deals and stuff.
No, I'm not shopping no deal. She's up here with her mom, like for real. I don't push the industry on none of my kids. I really would love for them to do like Major. He just brought so much joy to my heart when he was like, nah, I don't want no parts of that. I just wanna. He said he wanna be an author. Like he wanna like write books and do stories. So that was like a relief for me. But Arce is under her mother's tutelage as a singer and a performer, and she just dropped a song with Van Van. Well, Van Van featured Arce on her song, and of course, you know, Van Van is managed by the legendary MC Lyte. So you know, it's a pleasure to work alongside that team, and Van Van works real hard. She's super dope. You know what I mean? She's a dope ass MC at 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so they got a record and they went to the Tamron Hall show yesterday. I was just there for support.
So is it a house divided? Is it I don't want my kids in this business, but the queen does?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nah, she definitely Josephine Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I really just want the kids to be able to focus on being kids and developing all of the fundamental principles that they need in their life and their character. But she like, yeah, they gonna have that too, but they gonna do some work. And I respect the fact that, you know, she want them to work early. I just know that this game is unforgiving. You feel me? But so far so good, man. You know what I'm saying? King, man, I think he trying to get in the ring.
I see him boxing crazy.
He want to be a UFC fighter or something. I mean, you know.
When that happened, I missed that one.
I've been seeing him going hard in the gym.
Hey, man, he always been nice with his hands. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean,
who you get that from? His daddy?
I mean,
mama?
I think his mom definitely. I think really it was in his heart first because all we did was turn him on to the principles of boxing. I put all the kids in boxing, Major included, Major, Messiah, Damani. But King was really the one that really wanted to work at it. He was going when we weren't going, and he just has a love and a passion for it. And to be honest with you, I think, you know, if he decides to dedicate himself to it, it's something that he could thrive in if he took it serious.
So you used to box?
Nah, well, not
professional
training gyms.
Okay.
For cardio.
I definitely I box for survival. I've never played any organized anything. I ain't never did nothing but ride bikes and sell dope all my life.
You never played basketball?
Nothing.
Baseball?
Any
football?
You find me in a uniform taking a picture for a team, man. I give you my Tesla Cybertruck.
Damn it, man.
Coming from the extremes you come from, do you ever want your kids to have some of that struggle in them? Is that necessary for them to have some of that?
Well, let King tell it. He you know, he got it out. He got it out the mud, man. I mean, but I do see some of the tenacity in King that I had. You know what I'm saying? Some of the gotta make it no matter what type. Like he really pushing like he came out the welfare line. But I do want that for him, but I don't want to be there to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll break my heart to see it, but yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could have fell asleep for about 2-3 years and then woke up, they were like, "Man, we glad you up, man. We were struggling like a motherfucker. God damn, and we ain't ate." You know, I think that would offer them some principles that would benefit them and I think that, you know, that kind of you can't teach that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of tenacity, that kind of die hard, you know, just resilience. You can't teach that. You know what I mean?
All right, we got more with T.I. when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with T.I. Charlamagne?
When you lose people like OG Clay or even a Cap or Fallant, did that energy ever get filled in your life, or is it a constant holder?
man, it's definitely a constant hold. You just kind of get numb and you figure out ways to go about your day. I appreciate the things that are there more than I take notice of the things that are missing. Mm-hmm. That's the positive of it. It gives you a great appreciation for the things that are still present in your life. And it makes you just value the time, just the presence, and it show you how precious life is, how precious the loved ones we have, and how short the time we have with them is. But nah, you don't never like feel no holes. The hole just grows, and you learn to live with it.
Do you ever give yourself the proper opportunity to grieve?
I mean, what is the proper opportunity to grieve? Let's say if I said I gave myself an entire week, who says a week is enough? Let's say I said a month, who says a month is enough? So you know what I mean? Like, what is the proper opportunity? You just go through your process. You exist in that moment. You don't try to run away from the feelings you feeling. You know what I'm saying? You let yourself go through that process and you present yourself as you are. You know, don't try to cover nothing up. Don't try to duck and hide from the pain that you feeling. You just go through it. You know what I mean? And as you go through it, you learn to live with it.
You think you'll ever tell your full, complete story? Like you. Because only you can truly tell it. You think you would ever tell it all?
Not all, nah. I won't tell it all. I think I tell as much as I feel would help, and as much as I feel would be therapeutic to me. But some things will never be spoken. So there is an intention to do a one-man show.
Oh, like how Mike Tyson did it?
Yeah, where I have an opportunity to step out and not just perform music, but to tell a story and have the music kind of incorporate throughout, as a part of a narrative. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess I tell you now. So that's what the stand-ups were for. The stand-up was to prepare me to stand up and speak for an hour or more in front of a crowd, to know that I could do it. And as I get stronger in it now, I can evolve into my intention, which is a one-man show. And that's, and I don't want to say a play, but...
Nah, Mike Tyson was on Broadway.
Yeah.
I saw that myself. That's dope.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I see my performance going. I took a stab at it with the orchestra show that we did December 30th, which went phenomenally, by the way. So I see orchestra and me and story, in and out of songs, jokes, you know what I'm saying? And do that for about 2.5 hours. That's where I see my career going, rather than just hopping around on Rolling Loud stages. You know what I mean? I just feel like that kind of calls on more of my strengths and gifts than, just going and, trying to go on tour with, 21 Savage and so on. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's more age appropriate for me.
All right, but that's the lesson to be learned, right? Because that's why I don't judge none of these rappers now, because if you would have judged Tip 20 plus years ago,
man, please,
or Gucci, or Jeezy, any of these dudes, like look at where y'all are now, how y'all have evolved, how y'all grown as men.
God is good.
That's right.
Now, is comedy your number one love now, or is it still music?
Man, I really do love it. I mean, like I can't tell. It's a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a son and a daughter. You know what I'm saying? I really do love it. You love something when you do it for free. You feel me? When you
do it for free.
I mean, I go and do comedy. I just go grab the mic and do that for free sometimes. Just because, it feel good to me. There's a peace and a sense of therapy there.
Well, that's also how you know you're rich.
Okay.
Okay, that's what that means.
Okay, I mean, touche. But yeah, man. I love that, bro. And the Ha Ha Mafia, we still out there putting in work, tearing down. We still tearing down stages and shit. I'm gonna put together a time to do my special. I'm gonna do a special.
That's gonna be the one man show, or you gonna just
do comedy? It's just gonna be comedy, straight comedy. Yeah. And we just shot 15 episodes of a stand-up series, which is sort of like Def Comedy Jam or so on and so forth. It's called Ha Ha Mafia in the Trap, and we filmed it at the Trap Music Museum. It's like a host with 3 comedians, probably about a 30-minute episode. We did 15 of them. You feel me? We shot that independently. So, we also have departments on All Black. You know what I mean? That we wrote it, directed it, produced myself, DC Young Fly, Lil Duval, Carlo Miller, and the Ha Mafia. About to do the sequel. Later on this year. And also in pre-production for a romantic comedy that we wrote and I would direct. And me and Terrence J would produce it and star in it. It's called Situationships. So, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to, you know, stay working.
All right.
Long live OG Clay, man.
Yeah, man. And thanks for all the support, man. You know what I mean? Everybody who been supporting it. I think that this is one of probably the most important record that we dropped on Grand Hustle. And we appreciate everybody, man, with us with it. And this is to celebrate the life and the legacy of somebody incredibly important to me.
Yes, sir.
And incredibly important to the careers of so many people from Atlanta in this generation going into the next one. All right? You did.
Well, we appreciate you, T.I.
You did.
And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, this was trending yesterday. It was a post that said the new generation of women don't ever cook breakfast because they don't wake up until 3. Dang. That's where this conversation is coming from. 800-585-1051. And we're asking, why do a lot of women don't like to cook?
That's crazy. Waking up at 3 is a crime.
That's right. You on drugs.
You ain't brushed your teeth and it's 3 o'clock. On drugs.
You definitely are. If you sleep until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you on dope.
But when I was doing drugs, I don't care. I was still waking up at like 11. Not 3 o'clock. You know, because sometimes drugs do make you a little tired.
Depends what kind of drug, though, now. Weed ain't no drug, Jess.
Okay.
I'm talking about drugs, like dope.
Hard drugs?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I feel you. I don't know what that's like.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What are your thoughts? What do you think about that?
I think it's crazy. I do agree that a lot more women feel that way. I mean, they have taken the approach like, okay, I don't have to cook. I'm so caught up in my career and work and everything, and I don't want a man to get in the wrong mindset about me. Like, I'm not a homemaker. But baby, you literally can cook. How would you cook how would you eat if you didn't have a man? You know, would you just go out every night? You know, because I started off with me cooking for myself, and then I had a child, cook for him. I don't care. Every man that I've had, I've cooked for. It's something that I like to do. Cooking is very therapeutic. And then it's the way that I take care of myself. It's like a survival thing. I seen my mother do it, I'm going to do it. I don't understand why it's like that.
Yeah, I don't know any women who don't cook.
Yeah.
Like, all the women that are in my life cook. Now, are some of those women over 40? Yeah. You know, but I know them in their 30s, too, and they enjoy cooking. So I don't know who these women are they speak of.
And then food is made with love, Envy.
Absolutely.
Like, it's made with love. So you can appreciate a home cooked meal made by a woman, you know what I'm saying, more than you can at an inn, at a restaurant inn. You know, so
I will say this, you know, Charlamagne always jokes that we were born in the 1900s. When me and my wife first started, you know, dating, and when we first got married, we could only order out 2 things. You could only get pizza and Chinese food. Those are the only 2 things that would deliver. So we had to cook. She cooked every night.
Jesus.
That was the thing.
Poor New York.
Yeah, the same. My wife always cooked too. I mean, my wife's dad, you know, one of his side hustles, he's a caterer, so she always knew how to cook. She was always, you know, in the kitchen. That's her thing. We've been together 26 years.
I usually do the
never
breakfast.
not cooked.
Yeah, I usually do the breakfast. My wife does the dinner. That's how it's always been.
That's what Chris does. He cooks breakfast because I think that's probably the only thing he can cook. And he takes that on all the time. He'll make breakfast, I make lunch, I make dinner. That's why I love to see like R.A. Fletcher, Moneybag Yo's girlfriend. Yep. She wife. She cooks. I love to see young girls cook. Like, when they get it in the kitchen, I'm like, okay, girl, yes. Because you can still be fly, businesswoman, you know, and still cook meals, and it looks good.
You think it's a regional thing? You think, like, you know, more women that's like down south towards the southern regions, that's what they do?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think so. I think a lot of the reason why is, one, I think the food tastes better in the South, and I think up here there's so many options. There's like, no lie, bodega and fast food spots on every corner.
So much food around here where you can just get all over New York. Like, so you can never ever be hungry in New York.
Yeah, but it ain't great.
Yeah.
No.
It's cool.
It's
you
fast.
know what I'm saying?
It's fast,
it ain't great food.
I got you.
Well, we got Jasmine on the line. Jasmine, good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Jasmine. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, so I feel like there's too much being put on women these days. Back then, women stay home with their kids. Like, now times have changed. Like, we're working, we have businesses, we're also taking care of the household. Like, we're just doing a lot more. I feel like as long as we're making dinner, like, I make dinner. I feel like as long as I make dinner, that's fine. I don't want to hear no complaints about breakfast.
I get it. I get it. Thank you, Jasmine.
She don't gotta say that, though. Like, I don't want to hear no complaints about breakfast.
Angie on the line. Angie, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What up, though?
Hey, what up, Joe? Detroit. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Detroit to Houston all day. So, my thoughts on this topic. So, I'm a mom and I'm a wife and I also work. I enjoy cooking. I just think that now in the current state, in the current economic situation, moms is working 40 hours a week. So, even if we do like to cook, and I can speak to my own, it's like I'm at work right now. I'm here at 7, I get off at 6, and then the expectation be to cook dinner every single day. That's a lot. That's a lot. And sometimes men don't really understand that. My husband does because we switch it up. But to go to work all day long and then come home and then cook and then go grocery shopping, it's exhausting. So
I think you making a lot of sense.
You see, but I don't know, because I don't know about your mom. My mom used to cook every night. My mom worked 9 to 5. She'd be home, dinner ready by 6:30, 7 o'clock every night.
And it was like no choice.
No
like,
choice.
My mother used to do it. She used to do it with kids.
My mother did too. My mother did too because my dad works afternoons. And to this day, I call my mom and I say, I don't know how she did it, and I'm very thankful. That was a different breed of person. But also, my mom didn't have to work. It wasn't required for her to have to bring in money. Nowadays, it's a lot of 50-50 men that want you to bring in half.
Nah, my mama
works.
works.
You have no.
Hell yeah.
My mama works.
My mom works.
Your mother.
My mom works.
Nah, my mom works. Not only that, if I go to my mom's house right now, I don't care what my mom's doing, she will stop and cook.
That's exactly.
If I say,
my
Mom, I'm
is
hungry,
too.
she gonna stop and cook me a meal.
You know what we should ask our parents? I bet you it's a question you never asked.
What's that?
If you have a mom who worked 40 hours a week and came home and kept food on the table, what areas did she have to sacrifice in? Because there had to be some.
Yeah.
There had to be some areas she had to sacrifice in the relationship between her and your dad.
Right.
In order to be able to do that. There had to be something.
Well, you know, my mama, I don't know about yours, but my mama had no life. Like, there was no outside life. Like, she didn't go out with her friends. She always was home with us.
You really don't know how to speak. My mom ain't had no life. Like, what?
Nah, maybe she don't have no life outside of our family.
And I'm sitting over here like, mine neither. I know Robin is probably like, excuse me?
Nah, but
for real,
my mom didn't go out.
no
She didn't hang out with her
outside
friends. No outside life.
Right.
She didn't. It was always about her family.
And those are questions that I think that we should all ask our parents, because a lot of us don't know our parents before they were our parents. And you don't know the sacrifices they probably made to be your parent, to be somebody's wife, to be somebody's husband. We don't ever have those conversations with our parents. I think we should.
That's right.
It'll give you a better understanding of what they went through and what we're currently going through now.
That's right. All right. This is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Former NFL tight end. He played for the Giants at one time. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Waller. Good morning.
Good morning, man.
How you feeling?
I'm great, man. Blessed to be here.
Good.
Happy to see you, brother. For folks that don't know, explain who is Darren Waller, because you got a very interesting story.
Man, Darren Waller, that's something I'm still trying to figure out, man.
Oh, I like that answer.
Who I am, you know what I'm saying? I don't got a concrete answer. I'm somebody that's like I'm a creator. You know, I've been an athlete, but there's a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of things that I want to try, and just continue to go on this journey.
Now, you started off, how'd you get into the NFL? For people that don't know, was it the usual way that most athletes do? So how did you get into the NFL? Break down your story a little bit.
From the beginning, started playing football when I was 4. My parents just kind of threw me in, seeing what I wanted to do, and it was just a natural love for the game, but I wasn't really that highly recruited out of high school. Wasn't that really known in college. Got in trouble a lot. And
what school did you go to? What college?
Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Snuck into the late rounds of the draft, 6 rounds. I had a lot of character red flags at the time. From there, started with Baltimore, then moved to the Raiders, where I spent most of my career, and then spent the last year with the Giants.
Did you know you had character red flags? Like, you know, because self-awareness is something a lot of people don't develop till later when they start doing internal work on themselves. But did you know you had character red flags, or did they tell you had them?
At the time, I didn't believe I did. I was putting the blame on everybody else. And I was resentful at everybody else and thinking it was other people's fault, that why I was doing the things I was doing, they didn't understand why I needed to do drugs and drink and like that. So at the time, I did not have that awareness, no.
I read that you went from drug addiction to grocery store clerk to NFL star.
Yeah, so I went to rehab September of 2017, and right after I got sober, when I got back home, I moved in with my parents again, and I was like, all right, I gotta get a job, gotta get some structure to kind of get my life back in order. And a dude that went to church with my parents worked at Sprouts, and I just got a job there working grocery clerk, making the aisles look nice, getting orders from the back stock in the back. And I was there for probably like 7 months till I was like, all right, I kind of got my P's and Q's going for these drug tests and everything. I could get a chance to be reinstated into the league. So I started training again, and things just kind of went up from there.
You said something that I want to expound on. You said, you didn't know what led you to drugs, or people didn't know what led you to drugs.
Yeah.
What did lead you to drugs?
Just a lot of wounds from when I was younger, man. Just like feeling like I wasn't enough, feeling like I always had to overcompensate to please people or to look tough or have this, tough exterior as a man and prove myself. And it was just a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety, and just wanted to change the way I felt. I just wanted to have some peace in my life, and I felt like that those kind of things brought that peace, but it was kind of a counterfeit at the time. It worked for a bit, but in the end, it ends up turning on you, and all those problems you think you're getting rid of by using are still there when you wake up the next day, when you come down from that high, like it's still waiting on you to deal with. And I was just putting stuff under the rug, but yeah, that's kind of why I kind of got into that lifestyle.
You didn't have nobody to talk to when you was younger, like your parents, or?
I realize now how many people really wanted to help me and really wanted to be there for me, but I don't know why I felt like there were such huge walls between me and everybody else in my life that it was just, and as men, like I kind of grew up in that era where it was like, rub some dirt on it. Don't really show your feelings. We don't cry. We
absolutely,
we pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and keep it moving. And I'm a product of that type of mindset not really working.
Now, what was so bad growing up as a kid? Like, what was the bruises that you discuss of?
So the funny thing is, it wasn't anything like external environment. I grew up in a nice neighborhood, had everything I ever wanted from my family, but it was more so like fitting in with the people around me, like around like people of my skin color. It was like I wasn't black enough, and around white people, it was like, oh, you're not really one of us, but you kind of are one of us. And I was like one of the only black kids that were in like the advanced classes at my school. So I was like, I don't feel black enough, but I'm the only black kid in these classes. When I was on the team with the athletes and stuff, I always felt like a nerd. So it was like these environments where I was like, damn, I don't feel like I fit in, or I can just show up as myself in these environments. I always got to put this mask on or be somebody different. That explains a lot of the environment that I was growing up in. The first friends I made, like in my neighborhood growing up, were white, and a lot of dudes at my school, and it was just because they was outside playing ball, like riding bikes, like just doing stuff I like to do, and kind of getting jokes made because of those type of things. And it's like, all right, damn, like I gotta like find a way. And growing up in the South, football is like religion down there, and I was like, okay, I'm good at this. This is gonna get me the acceptance that I've always wanted.
And does that still bother you now? I was gonna say, do you still have those feelings now, fitting in those situations now, or?
I'm a lot more comfortable in my skin now. I still have thoughts of like, all right, like I need to be successful and attribute that to my worth in some ways, but it's a lot less present in my everyday thinking than it was back then.
It's so interesting to hear you had this conversation because, like you said, you're from Atlanta. You don't hear this about black people in Atlanta. Black people in Atlanta is like the total opposite. They grew up around a bunch of black people, black affluent people, black people in positions of power, elected officials, police officers, everything. So it's just like, wow.
They're from Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I say I'm from Ackworth, Georgia. It's 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. So for people that's really from Atlanta in the inner city, I'm not from the inner city, but I'm from that area.
Got you.
Now, recently you decided to retire from the NFL.
Yeah.
Now,
you're only 31, right?
Mm-hmm. But everybody says you physically that you are still a beast, that you should not retire. But, one of the, top tight ends in the league. What was the decision to say, you know what, I'm no longer want to do this?
At the end of the day, I feel like you got to evaluate your commitment level for the entire process. There's certain things where it's like I can look at it and be like, yeah, the results of what could be, the yards, the successful seasons, like they would look great and they would feel great. But as far as going through the whole process, putting all the work in, going through the entire season, it's like I got to be willing to put forth that commitment level for teammates, for the organization. And I don't feel like I can be able to do that anymore at this point in my life. I feel like that passion has kind of passed on. There's other things that I want to spend my time doing.
And you said you had a near-death experience? I read an article that said that.
Yeah, this past year, it was weird, man. I was going to, we actually shot a video, me and my boy A-Rod, and I was coming back to my condo in Jersey, and I felt a fever coming on, and I had COVID 2 times before that, and I was like, just have COVID, got to sweat it out and just thug it. But I started to like lose consciousness, and like I was like fighting for my breath when I got back to my condo, and I called 911, and they finally made out what I was trying to say because I guess I wasn't speaking clear enough, and I was just fighting for my breath till the paramedics showed up. I think I kind of like passed out before they got there, and they woke me up, and I had like an oxygen mask on. They took me into the hospital. I was in there for 3 days, couldn't go to the bathroom on my own, couldn't stand up. Like, I had like a viral infection in my lungs or something. So that was pretty wild. It made me kind of think and reflect and be like, all right, like, what am I doing with my life? Am I really doing what I want to do? And at that time, I didn't feel like I was really doing that. I feel like I was doing things because I feel like I should be doing them.
So it was a viral infection that caused it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So clearly you didn't think football was your purpose. Like, it's hard to do anything if you don't feel like this is your purpose.
Yeah.
So you felt like you had to go find your actual purpose.
Yeah, I feel like in a way, football did serve a purpose. It did give me the ability to, find my voice, to share through like my pain and my struggle to help other people through theirs. And it also showed me that through hard work and patience and just staying with the process, I can be excellent at whatever I want to do, because people were not checking for me for a long period of time in football. Just by sticking with the process, I was able to make a name for myself and be successful. So I feel like I could carry those principles to whatever I want to do.
All right, we got more with Darren Waller when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking in with ex-NFL tight end Darren Waller. Now, I see you since retiring, you've been fiddling a lot with music. Is that where you want to go next? You want to be a musician and artist? Or?
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a journey for me there. My great-grandfather was a legendary jazz musician. And I loved music as a kid, playing piano, being in band, and just kind of circling back to those things I loved as a kid. Just really want to go that route. I feel something like, in a way, like spiritually pulling me in that direction. And so, I don't have any expectations with it for real, but I believe in myself and the growth that I'm having as an artist with the stuff I'm gonna be putting out. So, something I want to definitely devote time to, among a lot of other things.
I feel like you are looking for peace. You want to do things that bring you peace.
Yeah.
If it don't make you happy, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, man, because it's like, it's like a Jim Carrey quote out there. He was like, I wish people could get everything they ever wanted to realize it's not what's going to give them that sense of fulfillment, especially if you're doing things, pertaining to somebody else's dream of success. Because I was like, okay, football, like, bam, I get this money, I have this longevity, like, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be fulfilled. And it's still like, I make it happen, and it's still kind of like, I feel like there's still got to be more out there for me, so it's got to be something that's authentically aligned with me. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Is that why you got the Serenity tattoo?
Yeah, man. Since getting sober, like, Serenity prayer is like a big tool.
That's right.
As far as like going through my day, because there's a lot of things that you got to accept things as they are.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah, you wear yourself out trying to change things that you can't, man. So it's something that I try to carry to everything I do.
Now you talk about peace. So what gives Darren Waller peace? Like what puts you in your happy place if it's not football anymore?
I would say being in nature, man. As a kid growing up in Atlanta, there wasn't really no mountains around. You got like Kennesaw Mountain and Stone Mountain. They really just like hills though. But going out to a place like Vegas and going to places like Utah, Colorado, like being in nature, like those things really, I feel like get me closer to God than anything else. Making music as well, just being in the process of that, writing, creating, coming up with ideas, being around my family more. I feel like just with the grind that I've had through the game, like I feel like I've missed out on a lot. Like for the 4th, I'll be going to my first family function with all the extended family since before I got sober. That was almost 7 years ago. Because it's always when I'm training or getting ready for training camp. So
you ready for that though? Because it's gonna be a bunch of, oh man, why you retiring, man? What's up, man?
Yeah, man. But it's just,
still give me tickets.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. But yeah, it's just like getting people to see me as I am now. Like football is always gonna be a part of me. It has been a major part, but there's more to my story. I still got, God willing, 60 more years to live. So there's more chapters to be told.
I want you to go back to the nature part because I write books. So in my new book, which is called Get Honest or Die Lying, I have a chapter called Tree Hug the Block. And it's literally about how we need to get reconnected to nature. Because I grew up in South Carolina. I'm from the South. So I grew up running around on the dirt road, running through the cornfield, running through the woods, actually looking up at the sun, walking around barefoot. So I was doing grounding and earthing because before I even knew what that was. So talk about just that connection to nature and how important that is for your mental and emotional well-being.
Yeah, man. For me, just being outside, being in nature is something that it allows me to see like where I stand, like in the grand scheme of things, like being around like mountains and things like that. It's like I'm in awe of God's creation, realizing like I'm a part of this world. Like I have something to give, but at the same time, like not taking myself so seriously. But yeah, also being in nature, it's like, I feel like that's what our ancestors did. That's what we all did. Like, and just being out there, just getting outside of yourself, just being able to enjoy the beauty of the world around you, affect your mindset and help you live with more gratitude.
You've made a lot of real big life choices lately, right?
Yeah.
You retired from the NFL and then you got married last year to Kelsey Plum, star Las Vegas Aces point guard, but then you filed for divorce a year later. What happened?
Man, that's you talk about get honest or die lying. You kind of got to look at yourself and realize like, all right, like, what role am I playing that all the relationships in my life have always had the same patterns.
Mhm.
And it kind of plays into everything else I was mentioning earlier, like the codependency aspect of like, anytime I'm in a relationship, I feel like I gotta, dance or do a certain thing to keep this person around, almost like tying my self-worth to the success of a relationship. And you realize how much you lose yourself in doing the things that you love and that take care of you on a daily basis, making this person kind of like the center of your universe, and how unhealthy that is for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? So realizing the impact that it was having on me, and as far as making decisions that were authentic for the life that I wanted, these are things that I couldn't say 100% yes to. You have certain conversations and realize there's so much life ahead of both of us. Might as well just go ahead and live it and move on with no type of hostility.
You didn't think that like before marriage, like before you proposed and before you got married, like you didn't have that conversation with yourself?
Yeah, I like to think that I did, but there's certain situations like kind of like I said earlier where I didn't really have that self-awareness. That spreads into other areas of my life as well, where I'm like, okay, I thought I was ready to have a commitment like that and be involved, but really it's like there's a part of me that's like, okay, like the pursuit, the chase, the building of it seemed more appealing than when things get extremely difficult and the same patterns continue to come out. And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you got to heal, bro, or the same things are going to continue to happen.
I saw Will Smith say recently, he said, it's impossible to make somebody else happy.
Yeah.
He said, you have to have happiness.
Right.
She has to have happiness.
Right.
And then y'all come together.
Exactly.
Is that what it was, you think?
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
I feel like in a way there was a reliance of me on the relationship to give me something that, of course, I needed to come to the table without that extra baggage and with that healing already in place, and I didn't.
What was harder to do, retire from the NFL or get a divorce?
I think both, man. Both are difficult. Both are, a part of who I am, things that meant a lot to me at the time, and to have them both happen at the same time, it's like, a lot of emotions you got to process, a lot of talking, a lot of writing, a lot of time being spent reflecting and being by yourself. And that's real life stuff, man, because I've had a lot of success, a lot of great moments in my life. But this year has been one that has really forced me to look in the mirror and dig deep and to express myself in ways that are healthy and just really get to, who is Darren Waller at the core without all these things that I try to reach for fulfillment or validation.
Now, you did a song called Who Knew?
Yeah.
Now, that was in dedication to the situation relationship?
So I had an idea as we were winding down and separating that I was like, okay, like I keep finding myself in these positions, these same patterns, and I had this idea of like, if the girl that I was in a relationship with, because like, I mean, you can look at her and say like she's the public one that people can know that I was with, but that's the same pattern of a lot of relationships that I've been in. It's like, if they had the pen and would write me a song, what would they say? And so it's like, you're taking a risk making a song like that. It's very, very vulnerable, very different than anything I've ever made before. But I try to make stuff that's authentic to me, where I'm at. Just put myself out there, take risks.
Did she hear the song? What was her thoughts on the song? Did y'all speak after? Or?
Nah, that was after. Ain't really been no discussion.
So y'all don't speak at all? Y'all don't communicate or have conversations at all? It's the rap.
Yep.
I mean, you say in the song, why you want to run away? Why can't you just stay? So was it something you was trying to keep together?
So it's really, the song is like her perspective. So it's from the perspective of the woman that's been in a relationship with me. So she's like, why do you keep running? Like really speaking to me.
I love this perspective, man, because men a lot of times don't take accountability for our bull.
Yeah.
We try to project and put it on the other person.
Yeah.
So for you to be like, no, it ain't you, it's me.
Right.
Sometimes a lot of dudes say that just when they really want to be out here doing some BS, but you really knew you had to go do the internal work.
Yeah. It's a lot of work on my behalf for me to try to look at somebody else and focus on them when there's plenty of stuff on my side of the street that I got to clean up. That's not what men do. That's not the example that we trying to set. So I'm out here trying to do better, just like everybody else is.
Was it therapeutic to do that record?
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a good way to express myself and to have empathy not only for her but everybody that I've been in a relationship with, and to honor them as I go forward and try to change my ways, change my thinking, and heal myself.
What do you say to people, especially a lot of guys who be like, "Damn, Darren, you fumbled Kelsey," because they like Kelsey, they think Kelsey's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you fumbled her?
Not really, man. In a lot of ways, I feel like, man, was that even really for me to pick up in the first place? As approaching a relationship and wanting to speed through things, make a connection happen quickly with some of the things I talked about earlier. It's like you look at it and it's like, was that even for me? So you can talk about fumbling or whatever. That's not really anything that I try to think about.
We got more with Darren Waller when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with ex-NFL tight end Darren Waller. I do want to ask about the NFL. I do see sometimes players in the NFL that play sports get addicted to things easier. And I was going to ask, is that to take away the pain? Is that to take away the feeling, the trauma, the hurt, the crowd, the fan? Is that why you feel like some of that addiction came from?
Yeah, so like mine started really early, but if you're talking like in the general population of guys in the league, there's an insane amount of pressure on you on a day in, day out, just to perform at your job, or somebody's going to take your place. People are going to talk crazy about you if you're on the internet. And so people just want that relief, you know what I'm saying? Like I never set out, none of these guys ever set out to be addicts or to be people that abuse substances, but they're just like, man, I just want to change the way that I feel, give myself some sense of peace when I get home, because it's a stressful day, it's a stressful career, and I just want some relief. So that's where I feel like guys kind of get started down that path without even having bad intentions, you know what I'm saying?
Does the league try to help the players when they're going through things? Because I mean, it has to be difficult, like you said, the pressure, I mean, the pain to play through it. Do they offer services to help players, or not too much, or a lot?
Yeah, they offer services. Like the teams that will offer like pain management, like you got massages, you got needles.
I'm talking about mentally.
But yeah, they got team counselors, like team clinicians that are available for guys. Some guys use them, some guys don't. But there's a lot of guys that are leaning more towards having therapists outside of the building, so they can kind of just like cut that tie from having it with the team. Like even when I went to rehab, like the league paid for it. There was like a guy that was like a case manager for me who was calling my phone, blowing my phone up, just like seeing how I was doing, what I needed. So they definitely really helped me. And I feel like whenever guys are like willing to like, okay, like I want to help myself, then they can take advantage of the resources at hand.
Is the reason they don't want to use the team counselor because they don't trust them? Like I don't want to share too much information with them because they might take it back to the team.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys that feel that way of like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to go back to the team, and the team says like that's not going to happen. But it's like as men, it's like especially in this hyper masculine environment of football, it's like if I show any sign of weakness, other teams, people across from me are going to try to take advantage of that. I don't feel safe to share that here, and that's a legit emotion.
What's been the most effective healing tool?
I would say meditation played a huge role for me. Making that a daily part of my routine, it kind of gives me like a space and like a pause when it comes to moments where it's time to make decisions in my day-to-day life. A lot of times where I would make bad decisions, it was kind of like I was just reacting to things super fast, whereas meditation kind of gives you that pause to allow you to be like, okay, like let me take a deep breath. Is this really what I want to do? And like it gives you an opportunity to evaluate your decisions more. So I feel like that's something that definitely gave me a jump to start, along with other things. But that was probably one of the first ones. Learning that, it was just like, wow, like I really have a chance to sit here and not just have the world just have me blowing about in the wind and the storms that come on a day-to-day. Like I can actually like stand firm and make decisions I want to make.
What about your foundation, the Darren Waller Foundation?
Yeah, man, that's a decision that like I talked about the league giving me opportunity to go to treatment for free. And it's like through getting sober, I kind of realized like my world is a lot better, a lot more full when it's just bigger than me. I'm doing a lot, being able to do things for other people. And so through my foundation, we are able to give people scholarships to go to treatment for 30 days and also have like sober living opportunities, just opportunities to get back on their feet. And we've sent like 60 people through 30-day stays, and that number is continuing to go up, continuing to build resources in the Vegas community, just trying to give people an opportunity, because I mean, I didn't know that I'd be able to have the impact that I've been able to have in my life back when I was kind of stuck in that hole. And all you gotta do is impact one person, because through me being impacted, a lot of other people will be able to be helped. So it's just like giving that person a chance.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Darren Waller, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to ask one. Do you believe there's a script that owners and refs are a part of that affects the outcome of games? Because that's been a thing that we've been hearing. And you're retired now. I don't know if you plan to go back, but feel free to spill any secrets that you know. Is there a script?
Keep in mind, he's a Cowboys fan. Just want to throw that out there.
I don't believe in the script, because I believe if there was a script, Cowboys would have been Super Bowl champions at least 3 or 4 times over the last.
Yeah, the Cowboys are way too talented to not have won one yet, in my opinion.
And make too much money. Forget the talent. I'm just saying, if there was a script, you don't think Jerry Jones would pay to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know, man. I don't know of any script. If I had a script, man, I would have had one that had me at least win one playoff game in my career.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't know of any script.
And now, out of the 3 teams you play for, the Ravens, Raiders, and Giants, which was the best organization for you?
Man, in a way, they all were, to be honest. The Ravens taught me, being with the Ravens taught me a lot of hard lessons. really forced me to grow up in a lot of ways. And, that last year being there on the practice squad, it gave me the tools and the work ethic to be able to sustain the level of success that I did once I got it. So I'm grateful for that. But the Raiders had all the great memories, man, like the great seasons, just like the guys that I formed relationships with, coaches that I had. That was the fun ride. But I mean, I had a blast with the Giants this last year too, man. Like all the coaches and the guys in that locker room, man. I had a great time, man. My decision to retire had nothing to do with my time there. I had a great time with them and wish them nothing but the best. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the Raiders for sure. I mean, that's where my career took off. My life changed. I was able to do things for my family, for the community, through just having a chance that they gave me. So,
and you know you're completely done with football? Like you just...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 1,000%.
Wow. You're not gonna miss nothing about the game, or?
Oh no, that the game is always going to be something I hold in high regard and love, and I'll miss that locker room environment. You know what I'm saying? Being in there with those guys and just cutting up, man, just and walking through the struggles together, because it's like, you might go out there and get your ass whooped on a Sunday, but those moments where you're in there picking guys up in the locker room and standing firm when a lot of people may be pointing fingers and doing that, but as men, you kind of lock arms and walk through life. Like those are cool moments, man. Those are moments that a lot of people don't get to experience. So I'll definitely miss those. I'll miss playing. You get a rush from making a big play, making a difference in the game. But I can get that feeling in a lot of other ways now, and just ready to move on.
We'll see when the season starts. We'll see when you're sitting at home watching on Sunday if you get that itch.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's what I don't believe a person's truly retired until they can watch it and be like, okay, I'm good.
For sure.
All right, well, it's Darren Waller, The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake-ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to God.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Dusty of the Day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, I'm in here multitasking. Hold on, let me do this last. I'll be in here autographing thousands of books by hand. Donkey of the Day goes to a man named George Sandoval. George is apparently 6'5" and 400 pounds, morbidly obese. Okay? Those details are important for this story because George put hands on someone now. If someone 6'5", 400 pounds put hands on you, it's probably going to leave a mark. If they can catch you. If they can catch you and put hands on you, they're going to leave a mark. And that's exactly what George did, because he gave a young woman named Monique Larlos a black eye. Now, I know what you're thinking. You got to hear both sides. Well, let's go to KOMO News for the report, please.
Whoa, did you see that? A Subway manager in Madera was punched in the face Thursday evening, and the man had to be tackled by a customer and employees to get him to stop.
I did not expect this. He comes around the corner. I go, what are you going to do, hit me over ham? And he hit me. He punched me. All I could remember is just black.
General Manager Monique Larios says she was called into work that day by her employees saying this man was mad because he didn't get double ham on his sandwich, even though the store had proof he only paid to have 6 extra slices of meat, not 12. But that issue escalated to this.
I still can't feel hats on my face. I can't feel nothing. I'm scared that there's going to be some kind of damage permanent. I've never been so numb to where my face feels like it's a mask,
Madera police officers say they arrested George Sandoval, the man who they say hit her that night for battery. Larios says she never stood a chance.
I'm 4'11". This guy was 6'5", 400, almost 400 pounds.
Big back, big back, big back, big back, 6'5", 400 pounds. How many people did it take to bring this man down? Whenever I'm in Subway, it's only a couple of folks. Okay, how many people did it take to bring down this 6'5", 400 pound man? And why was he at Subway? He wanted to be at Golden Corral. This man paid to have 6 extra slices of ham, but he wanted 12. This is yet another reason why you shouldn't be eating pig. Okay, no pork on my fork. If it's swine, I won't dine. Deuteronomy 14:8 says you shouldn't touch the flesh of a dead pig. Nonetheless, eat it. And this is an example why. Not really. But in this era, we can make 2 + 2 = 5, so why not? Don't eat ham because it will lead you to punch random women in the face when you don't get enough of it. Now, I also want to tell people out there, stop telling insane people what they won't do. You do realize 90, probably 95% of being crazy is doing what other people say you shouldn't do. So when a guy comes around the counter at a fast food restaurant, you have to just assume that nothing good is about to happen. Immediately, you should start doing what you need to do to protect yourself. But for some reason, Monique says she did not expect this. Maybe she's young and still believes in humanity. Give us some time. With age and experience, you too will start to see and expect the worst in people. Monique said to the man, what are you going to do? Hit me over ham? Yes, Monique. That's exactly what a crazy human will do. What do you think he came around the counter for? And when you say things like that to them, what are you going to do? Hit me over a ham? You giving him a bright idea. He probably walked around the counter not knowing exactly what he wanted to do. He just wanted more ham. And you told him what not to do. And in typical crazy fashion, he did it. That's what being crazy is. Doing what people say you won't do. What makes this story even worse is she was off. She was called into work that day by her employees who said a man was mad because he didn't get double ham on his sandwich. I would fire every single one of those employees. If she got the power to fire them, she should fire them all. You had to call me in because a person wanted extra meat on their sandwich. You couldn't handle that yourself? This is why I can't work fast food, okay? I used to work at Taco Bell back in the day. Worked there for 2 weeks before my sister fired me, okay? Because if someone wanted extra meat on their sandwich, I wouldn't give a damn. You can have it. Okay, if you want more of this genetically modified meat, then bon appetit. Okay, I'm not about to argue with nobody over their fast food order. The customer is always absolutely right in the fast food world. These fast food restaurants not dying for you. You want more ham here. This poor girl says she still can't feel her face. Okay, half of her face she can't feel. Says she can't feel nothing. She's scared there's gonna be some kind of permanent damage. She says she's never been so numb to where her face feels like a mask. All of that over some Black Forest ham? No, man. Let George, who is 6'5", 400 pounds, morbidly obese, if he wants the pork, let him have it. And to the Big Back Brigade, the Wide Tang Clan, listen to me. This just reinforces the stereotype that fat people have no control over themselves. You don't have control over your eating habits. You don't have control over your emotions. You don't have control over the jiggling, the walking side to side. What do you want? Why are you looking at me like this? First of all, just drop one of clues bombs for Big Mac. I don't even know how you snuck in here. Too big to sneak anyway. How tall are you, Mac?
6'4.5", 6'5".
How much you weigh?
A metric ton.
What the hell is a metric ton?
It's 1,000 pounds.
You don't weigh no 1,000 pounds.
You right. Like 943.
Man, how much you weigh for real?
I'm in the fours.
Did they catch this guy? Yeah, George Sandoval. Never mind.
Okay, all right. Listen here. First off, okay, you could go to hell, all right? Because when I saw the story, I knew for a fact that Charlamagne was going to accuse me of this. Okay? Because you have a thing about fat people, all right? You have a weightism, all right? You have a problem. Second off, as the president of the Fat Lives Committee, we are highly upset and we just want to apologize to this woman.
Okay.
Because here in the Fat Lives, we have street mentality. Women and children are off limits.
Okay.
As far as eating them. Huh?
What do you mean?
No, I understand swinging on somebody for this type of situation, but women and children are off limits. You don't swing on women.
Who puts 12 pieces of ham in their mouth?
And that's what I was going to say. Just so y'all know out here, I told you, big backs are fighting back. I know how many slices of cheese, how many slices of meat that are on all my sandwich. When I go to Wawa and I get a meatball sub, I make sure I count every one of the meatballs. If you don't put the 6 in the classic, that's the big roll. If you don't put all 6 in there and fill it up, I make sure you cheat me on one. Now, like I said, women and children are off limits. But I have no way encouraged that. But I'm telling y'all, ever since that show in the 90s, my brother and me, when he said, hit me, you so bad, hit me. And what happened? I got hit. Stop telling people to hit you.
Stop telling crazy people what they want to do.
Right, because crazy people don't have street mentality. Them rules is out.
That's why I be using reverse psychology with you. I be like, I bet you can't eat that. Or I bet you won't eat that. No, I be like, I bet you can resist that.
What?
That's what I do.
Does it work?
I don't know, because I don't even know what I just said. But you know what I'm trying to say. I be trying to use reverse psychology on him. Like, I'll see him wanting to eat something, and I'll be like, I bet you can't resist that.
And it don't really work all the time, but I'm so competitive that I don't want to lose. So I go through a moral thing where
You
it's
don't want
like
to lose what? Weight?
We know that.
both
What do you don't wanna
actually.
lose?
Sometimes it's the weight, but sometimes I don't want to lose the challenge when you try to tell me I don't want to eat. Like when y'all have
Exactly.
all that free food over there.
That's right.
There'd be a whole line of people in line, and Charlamagne, the first thing is, "Whoa, Matt, relax."
That's what
I'm like,
I'll be like, Mac, I bet you're gonna eat all of that. And then that's what I do. I say, Mac, I bet you're gonna eat all of that. And he gets in his head and he be like, I bet you I won't. That's gotta reverse psychology with him.
Can I know we don't have much time, but was he white or black or Asian or?
You want to play a
Black
game?
don't
matter.
Guess
He's fat.
what weight he is?
He was fat. Please give George Sandoval the biggest, and I do mean biggest. Hee-haw.
Charlamagne, I swear there's gonna be short people doing some things out here, and I'm gonna bring all them stories here, and I hope you report with the same energy.
Yo,
that you
short
do for fat
people up. Drop on the clue
No,
bomb
they're
for
not
Kendrick
up.
Lamar.
That's the problem.
All Pipsqueaks is up.
They only get up when they have step stools.
Pipsqueaks is up.
All right.
You hear me?
The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yeah, I'm here.
Lil Duval.
Making his every 5-year appearance.
Yeah, man, I'm finally here. You've been trying to get me here for a while, but I've been pushing it off.
I think it's been 5 years, right?
It's been that long?
It's been that long.
Well, I'm here now, man. They finally got me. I ain't had no choice.
How you feeling?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I can't even complain, man. I'm just here just promoting this podcast we got.
Conversations with Unc.
Conversations with Unc that I've been doing, that I've been supposed to do, but they finally got me do it, so I'm here.
What the hell finally made you sit down and say, I'm going to do a podcast? I hate talking to him like I don't talk to him
Yeah, I
every
hate
day.
doing it too.
We
'cause
going
this-
to fake it.
This going to be the boringest goddamn interview. Because I'm not going to say shit. He not going to ask me shit that I don't want to talk about, so it's just, what we doing?
But what is Conversations with Unc though? Like what? Like
This is some that they made me do, honestly.
Damn.
Honestly, because honestly, since day one, Charlamagne been telling me to get in the podcast since how long y'all been doing Brilliant Idiot?
11 years, man.
11 years, and I never did it, and then...
Well, you started and stopped. You had the one with your sister.
Yeah, I stopped. Because I did that just for my sister, then I stopped, and then I got hit by that car, and I was sitting there and had nothing to do, and then Clay talked me into doing this,
That's right.
so I'm doing it.
How you doing since that?
Oh, I'm good. I can't even complain. I'm blessed, man. I healed back perfectly. I can do everything now, so I'm blessed, man.
Yeah.
That ain't the question you asked earlier.
What he had? What she had?
What I say?
I said, yeah, ask him. I don't know.
I said, so you fell off the roof or you fell
Off the
on
roof.
the roof?
What she talking about?
Something about a roof.
No, I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car on my 4-wheeler.
And I was on it. Yeah, okay. So I was on a tour with you. You had a whole. It was like a cartoon. It was set up. It was dope.
Yeah, that's how far I got hit. I really got hit and flew.
Yeah,
I
and
really
you saw
flew.
the roof and all. I remember seeing the roof. You seen everything was like you was like a plane.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
really
how was
flew.
like,
Yeah, that's what
okay.
you see me saw the roof. I was able to see the roof. That's how high I was in the air.
Okay.
Like I flew. Like I really almost died.
And we was laughing at the because he actually used it. And
This here wasn't to
what
him.
happened?
I called him first. Was you the first one I called up?
He FaceTimed me from the scene.
I was laying
thought
on
he
the
was in a
ground
movie.
bleeding to death.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I was bleeding to death.
I swear I thought he was in a movie,
And you
man.
FaceTime Charlamagne.
Yes, I called him to tell him to call Ludacris.
For what?
I don't know. He was like, man, I think this is me. I'm never gonna dance again. I'm never gonna perform again.
Yeah, I said it was over, man. I kept saying it was over.
Well, first I told him call Trey the truth, because Trey is always there to lend a helping hand.
That's when I hung up with him, and I had to call Clay, and Clay spoke life into me. This here, you might as well die.
I called Clay to see what was going on, because I swear I thought he was playing until the end when I saw the doctors turning him around, and then he started like screaming in a way. I'm like,
everybody thought I was playing until I went live. For real. When I went live and I showed them drilling my knee live, like doing surgery, that's like, oh, this ain't playing. So, but I made it through, man.
You're going to have to tell this story a million times for the rest of your life just because it is such a testimony.
I do tell it on stage. That's why I leave it on stage. That's why I ain't telling too much now, because I want to leave it for stage. I try to give separation for both, to give a little bit here and a little bit on stage. So that's what I do now. That's why I ain't telling too much of it, but I do talk about it on stage. It actually kind of pushed my stand-up more, because it left the elephant in the room. I ain't had no choice but to be on. I was in a wheelchair. Was you there when I
was there? Because DC had rolled you up in a wheelchair and everything.
Yeah. So a lot of people showed me love. Like, matter of fact, who gave me the most love was them handicapped people. Like, in my first show, it was like 30 handicapped motherfuckers up front in wheelchairs, and they spoke life into me and everything, man.
It's all about welcome.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like when I was messed up, like they was DMing me, telling me because I always showed love to them on social media and like in Jacksonville and stuff. So when my time came, they came and showed me love. Like I support anybody that's in the wheelchair because it take a lot just to get up and just to get in that chair just every day. I don't see how they do it because I couldn't do it for 6 months. I was going crazy.
That's good. You be shouting out the Crips now, but you ain't talking about
Well, I shout
gang.
out the Crips.
Not the gang. You be talking about the people in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. Shout out wheelchair gang.
As you should. Do you feel good, though?
Nah, I feel good, man. Like I said, Clay, he instilled life into me, told me I was going to make it. And then the last day I got off my crutch, he went over. So he made it all the way to get me back on my feet and then went on over.
That's crazy.
That's life, man.
No, that is life. Because the last picture Clay posted was me, you, him, and J-Ski.
That's crazy.
At Trap City.
It was almost like a movie. Like he was really here just enough for me to get going, get back on my feet. It was dope though. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but it's just I had to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret nothing I went through.
How do you find comedy in that though?
It's life. Everything in life is comedy. You know what I'm saying? The most powerful comedy is the stuff that you went through the most, the hardest things you went through the most. So that's comedy. I don't see having good comedy without hard.
Yeah,
I really feel like you are one of the few people who make anything funny, or even if it ain't funny to other people. That's why I'm telling you, I didn't believe you either.
I mean, that's why I ain't take it serious.
And the audience was laughing like we didn't.
And the funny thing about it, like I told him, I was like, when have I ever made I don't do those, you know how people be out and making fun of people?
Yeah.
I don't never do no comedy like that.
Yeah.
So for when people thought it was joke, I was like, how y'all thought joke? I ain't never did no spoof like this.
I guess because we don't really take nothing serious, which is
we don't.
We do not.
But I don't, and I get it. That's why I didn't take it personal. I don't take none of that stuff personal, but it just like I was like, damn, how could they even think that I was joking? And I'm maybe because I was doing it myself, I was really bleeding to death right there. I'm like, they don't know I'm really dying.
Yeah. But you know the funny part is people think Duval be joking, but a lot of the ways he moves is how we should live in life. Like a lot of us take on other people's problems. Like I sent him something the other day and I was like, man, look what this person going through. He didn't respond back. And then so yesterday we started talking about something. I said, yeah, but you ain't say nothing about such and such. And he was like, because I didn't give a f-. And I was like, he right.
I want to say something about it, but I end up saying their name, so I ain't going to say it.
No, don't say nothing. Please don't. Please don't.
You've been in comedy for 25 years, right?
Yeah, this is my 25th year, man. And that's really not a lot in comedy. It's just, I think somebody like Cedric and Bruce and them, they've been doing it for like damn near 40, 50 years. How long? I think even Mike Epps, shout out Mike Epps, he been doing it at least about 40.
Nah, right, 40?
If I've been doing it 20, I was a kid watching them. You know what I'm saying? So Michael Blackson been doing it longer than
We didn't realize how old they was when we was young, though.
Nah,
or how young they was when we was young.
I've been doing it 25 years, 99.
Cause Mike ain't nothing but like 50-something.
Yeah, 50. I don't know how old Mike is. Yeah, Mike like 50-something, but he been doing it a long time.
53.
So for 25 years, sound like a long time, but it really not in comedy.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's really not. But it's part of life. I love it.
Do you care about the type of jokes you make at this point?
Nope, I makes whatever I feel like what goes. I don't. Well, my standard is more so entertaining. Like I call myself Sammy Davis Duval. So I do more than just stand up. I do stand up comedy, entertaining, laugh, dance. We gonna do everything on my.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like the evolution of our people are. Like, we don't want to just sit there and just watch stand-up. We think we do, but we really don't. Like, you'll sit there and watch 6 comedians, and everybody doing 25 minutes apiece. That's like 3 hours. You're going to be asleep if they ain't doing some type of entertaining thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I understood. So I implement that in my show and keep them going.
So it's your fault all these comedians started making songs.
He's saying that because he texts me that every week. See, this your fault. See, this your fault. Every time somebody do something, that's you. That's you. I mean, I am, I guess, but it's part of it. We're going to see more and more of it. It's just, I'm the only one that actually perfected it and then took it to another level that made a hit song. But I see people like DC Young Fly, all they need is one song. And it's going to take them to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we got more with Lil Duval when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Lil Duval. Charlamagne?
You've been enjoying the Drake Rick Ross feud, though.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It was better than when J. Cole, because I was really rooting for J. Cole's, man, but then.
Why?
Why not?
Like
because I knew they wasn't going to die. I knew it wasn't going to be no beef.
But I didn't think Cole and Kendrick even had an issue to want to even go at each other.
They did.
Like that.
You could tell, like, if you look back at the old stuff, like, they had, like, a little competition. So that was good enough. Like, it was lyrical warfare, and then this tapped out after you gave him. It was cool. Like, even I don't know how recent that interview was with Kendrick with Big Boy, but he was like, man, it was competition. It was like, I mean, I don't have no beef with him. I just don't think he better than me.
Well, rap beef is different though. Like, you can't really have a friendly rap.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Not nowadays.
Yes, they just proved it. So you really thought Kendrick and J. Cole were gonna come heads up?
No, but J. Cole was boring. J. Cole
no, he wasn't.
So whack.
I was enjoying it.
And he was lying. He ain't believe none of that stuff.
Half of the be lies. So I enjoyed the. So you thought all of what what's name was saying was real? What Tupac was saying was real?
Yes.
No, you did. Well, I did too. Yeah, I did too. But I was a kid. We were supposed to believe it. Just like wrestling, you're supposed to believe that real until you get older.
Yeah.
Now I can enjoy it. I can enjoy it like these not gonna die.
But that's why Ross is so entertaining, because Ross comes from a certain era.
Yeah, Ross
and
was
Drake got a lot of that in him.
I mean, I think Ross gave a real beef response. And it was quick. That's why you got to give his props. Like, we still ain't heard Kendrick yet. And that's what I'm rooting for. Because he's my boy. Like, I with Kendrick. He dark skinned. He a Gemini.
Y'all the same height.
Yeah, we ain't the same height.
That's why I do.
I'm trying to think. When I met him, was he? Nah, he ain't. Nah, I know who everybody I'm taller than. I know everybody I'm taller than.
You know everybody he's taller than. It's not that many people.
Nah, I'm taller than everybody that's short. Everybody that's short, I'm taller than. I'm the tallest. I'm taller than Kev. I'm taller than who else short?
You taller than Kevin?
Yeah, I'm tall. Who else short out here? That's on YouTube. You can look on YouTube and see. We went back and forth with that one. Mm-hmm. That was about 10, 15 years ago.
15? Longer, actually. About 15.
Everything you done seen viral now, we done it 15 years ago. It just got resurfaced.
Fake rap battles.
Yeah, we done. Me and him done a bunch of skits. We was probably the first one.
Don't have him go looking for nothing.
Nah, don't do none of that. Don't bring up none of our past. Matter of fact, you deleted it, ain't no? You deleted
I think about one all the time. I'm just waiting.
Nah, delete that.
I'm just waiting.
Who got it? Is it on my?
I don't know where it's at.
Tell me about it once it's over with. I'll delete it.
Did y'all hit Baltimore yet for the We the Ones?
We do that this weekend.
Y'all doing Baltimore?
Nah, we do Baltimore. I can't wait. Like
Baltimore
always showed me love too. I just looked at a picture. Like sometimes I be doing shit, I don't be knowing why I do it. But I was in some hood, and you wouldn't even like when I'm around like the streetest niggas, they don't be on that street around me.
Yeah, because they want to laugh.
Not even just laugh. It's just like they not even.
It's a vibe. Like they relate to you.
Yeah, it's not, and I'm not like trying to be like on those street. It's just like it just brings out I think they turn back to being my nephew or some shit. Like they don't look at me like that. So I bring that good energy to them, and that's what I got when I went in Baltimore. I got to do that dance too when I come on stage. What's that shit y'all be doing?
The two-step Park Heights strut.
Yeah, I got to do that shit.
Park Heights strut. It came from a hood in Park Heights.
Yeah, so I got to do that. And I got to do art that y'all call something else. We call it the City Boy. But y'all call it something else. Y'all do like that?
Oh my God, my little sister be doing.
Yeah, that ain't nothing but the City Boy that y'all done renamed. But
I don't know. I got it from Baltimore too.
Yeah, I know Baltimore. We talked about it on social media. we went back and forth about it, but we go there this weekend with the We the Ones tour. That's a hard ass tour, man. Yeah. We all doing that thing.
It's you, Mike Epps, Chico, Carlos, DC, D-Ray.
Yeah, and we selling out too.
Moneybag Mafia.
And we all showing love. Like everybody ain't no egos. Everybody doing their thing. We all encouraging each other.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
If anything, I'm the one doing the most. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to shorten my time up because I really be doing too much. But and it is disrespectful as a comedian. Like you don't want to go over your time, especially when you got so many comedians on there. It ain't about being the funniest. It's just when you're going over your time. 3 minutes don't sound like a lot, but it really is a lot. If you got 5 other comedians and that last person going up, he got to wait because I have to go up last sometime too, and I hate going last too. So you want to be respectful for that. But all in all, we all doing it. If I go over too much, then Mike might shorten his time, or Chico or somebody like that. So we all doing our thing.
Somebody died at the show, right?
I ain't talking about that.
Damn,
man. Go ahead on. He want to go straight to that.
Where?
I already doing that.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we doing our thing, man. We the ones, so.
Is it a comedian that you hate going after though?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, I can go after. People don't like going after me. But anybody that go after me, they doing their thing. That's why I show love to DC, like all the new comedians. Well, I don't even, they not even new no more, but all the ones that came up after me.
The younger ones.
Yeah, the younger ones, if they can go up after me, they the truth. And all them go up after me and they all do their thing.
Yeah.
You wanted to, people be wondering how you stay so relevant on social media, but you were the social media guy early.
Yeah, we all was. You was too. You know what I'm saying? We all was. It's just, we grandfathered in now, so there ain't no stopping me on social media. Like, you can try. They done deleted me so many goddamn times. It is what it is at this point.
How has social media helped you as an artist?
Just like anything else, it's just another form of way of doing entertainment, just another outlet. So I just took that outlet and capitalized off of it, just like whatever next. If I give a I'm going to jump on that too. But I'm getting older now. You know what we done talked about.
Is there anything you want to do that you haven't?
I feel like I'm doing what I want to do. I feel like I've already planted the seeds of what I want to do. Now I'm just watching them flourish and doing everything. And I don't like to talk about what I'm doing. I just like to do it now.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about it, it kind of takes the impact from it.
Duval, one of them people that truly appreciates everything he has. That's why he gets blessed with more. That's the problem with the era we live in. Nobody appreciates where they at in the current
And everybody
moment.
just do what they see work. You know what I'm saying? That's what made it so hard for me to get into podcast now, is because I feel like podcast is just another. I mean, it's good, but it's like what you do. It's media. You know what I'm saying? Like when we started, that was our thing. I don't want to do what he do, and he don't want to do what I do. It's just now that entertainment has evolved over to more media now. Not everybody doing it, so I feel like that's what we got to do. Well, I don't give a about media like that, and that's what we are, entertainers. We not media. You know what I'm saying? But
Jess is now.
Well, yeah, you are now. You are, and you good at it. You know what I'm saying? You good at it. But I could do this, but I really just like entertaining. I like just being in the public. I'm a social person. That's what social media. He media, I'm social. I'm social. That's why we work good together. I'm still social. He's still media. Just media is popping now.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody else going to it. That's why I ain't working for them, but it worked for people like this, because this is really what he is. You know?
I'm 25 years in.
Yeah, and they trying to skip the line, but they ain't gonna do it. They keep trying. They'll see.
All right, we got more with Lil Duval when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking in with Lil Duval. He's here. Charlamagne?
We had Gerard Carmichael on.
Yeah.
He said, he said comedy is a dying art.
I
What are your
mean,
thoughts about that?
it just evolved, you know.
Yeah.
It just evolved. We look at stand-up because that's all we got, but stand-up is damn near like jazz now. You know what I'm saying? It's still there, but it's evolving to that I'm doing social media now. You know what I'm saying? Even though they ain't comedians, but we program over 15, 20 years of social media to make them think that they comedians, so the public think that's comedian. So that's just all it is. I don't see no difference. I mean, stand-up is stand-up, and it just evolved into something else.
Is it an attentive audience at y'all shows? Because you got DC, all these people.
It is the way we do it.
Okay.
You know, the way we do it, you make it attentive. At least the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? I make sure the whole show good. I try to make the balance to where it's a good time, where we having a comedy party.
Yeah, party. Yeah,
it's a comedy party. You know what I'm saying? So when, say for instance, if you ain't into the party, you can be in the comedy party. If you ain't in the comedy party, you can be into the
party.
The party
You
party.
like the party.
Yeah, so I'm just both. I give it all, and that's what it is.
You flew up on the jet?
Nah, I flew commercial. It costs too much to fly up here in New York Airport, and the gas way more here.
But y'all here this weekend? You in Atlantic City Saturday?
No, I'm in Baltimore first, and I go to Atlantic City. I'm gonna fly back, get my plane.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly back, get my plane, and we gonna go there and go to Atlantic City and then come back.
Well, we happy that you decided to come here this morning so you don't get fined, man. We appreciate you, man.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate Black Effect and you and Dolly for being patient with me, because they been gave me the money for this. I don't even know if I got them. I think Clay got it.
Clay definitely got the money.
So I don't even know if I even got all of it.
But Clay wanted it to be all of y'all.
Honestly, that's real reason why I did it. It's just me and Clay were supposed to do this together. You know what I'm saying? So once he died, I just feel like it's my obligation to do this, because I mean, I was really doing it for him. You've been telling me to do it, and I've been pushing this forever. And then once Clay started talking to me, I was laying on that goddamn bed. I ain't had else doing. I was like, all right, I'll do it. And once we started talking about it, and he started talking about what he wanted to do, it started making more sense to me. And then he died.
I've been telling you, you've been working too hard.
Yeah, I really have.
Like people out here stealing money, but no, you want to.
It's kind of hard. I just like doing what I do. It's hard for me just sitting here and see this as entertainment, just sitting here rambling, and that's all podcast is to me.
But maybe you had to just chill out. Maybe you.
I mean, I do it now. I mean, and I see the impact of it just with my show. I just seem like it's doing pretty good. So I guess I was supposed to do it. Like a lot of stuff I don't like to do, but I do it if my friends and family tell me I should do it, and a lot of that type of stuff has actually worked in my favor. So I listen to people that I trust, which is people like this and people like Clay and like that.
You got guests?
Yeah, I got guests on there.
Every episode, it's him in conversation with different people.
Yeah, it's just me talking to people talking to me, trying to ask me for advice and just ask me advice on life, not on business, not on entertainment, just regular life stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think we got enough gurus on goddamn business and how to get money, and we see where that took us.
You not a fan of seminars?
Hell no. You know that. I don't get enough credit for how much I done turned down from how fucking over our people.
I hit him a couple. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Let's be quiet.
See, y'all too goddamn censored for an interview.
I am censored now. It's just not so much for me. It's just I understand how, especially nowadays, people looking for to grab.
Yeah.
And I ain't finna give it to them. I've never been the to try to go viral. It just happened.
Yeah.
You know, so you won't get it. Downstairs, TMZ just tried to run up on me. I sung a gospel song to his ass. She ain't know what
they ask you about.
I don't know. I just started singing gospel. I said, God is on my side.
And she walked away.
And she was like, what the She didn't know what to do.
Well, listen, download Lil Duval's Conversations with Unc, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Go check out the
Hold on, what else am I forgetting?
The We Done Ones Comedy Tour.
We Done Ones Comedy Tour.
You got the Rich Broke Store in Jacksonville.
Rich Broke Store. Yeah, I just opened up. Well, I ain't opened it up yet. I'm building it right now. It should be opened up by the time We Done Ones Tour hit Jacksonville.
We on in Jacksonville.
Yeah. So it's over there on the north side on Bunker Hill, right off Edgewood. If you're from Jacksonville, you know what it is. So it's right in the hood. You know, I did that just for my community, just to have a storefront for everybody to come show love. And I'll be selling like my merchandise, my old lady's little lip gloss and stuff she got going on, her little healing cream, the stuff that healed all the scars that are on my body. So, and what else I got?
Did you learn a lot of that stuff?
Duval Day on July 13th. I do Duval Day. Y'all come on down there. Yeah, that's some hood. Like if you remember Black College Weekend or Freaknik, it's like that, but safer. And you won't go to jail for doing nothing crazy.
You had Sexy Red out there early.
Oh,
she was there like 2 years ago, right?
No, that was last year.
That was last year?
Yeah, that show you how much a year can change, man. A year can change. Like, I just knew when I saw her on social media, I was like, nah, she next. And then when she came to Jacksonville, and I saw how Jacksonville was a receptive to her, I was like, oh, nah, she finna go somewhere. Cause she represent really what the street said, and she unapologetic. And what was really the hardest thing about it, why I respect her, when she had that baby, she didn't get her body done. She just, and that's what I think that's what a lot of people connected with her. She didn't get her body done, so she was just like a real hood.
Yeah.
So I with her.
Did you realize all that healing cream and stuff worked when you was going through your healing process?
Hell no, I realized I did everything, man. Everything Dolly told me to do, everything I tried. Dev. Shout out Dev, man. Dev, she spoke to me and she did all that stuff that she do. All that
Reiki, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, Reiki. I don't know the terminology, but all that work, man. So anything that I tell y'all to do that work for me, it kind of work. Let me tell it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Lil Duval, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It's Lil Duval. It's The Breakfast Club.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here.
Yes.
Charlamagne, you got a positive note.
Now, the positive note is simply this, and I want y'all to remember this on this fine Monday. Somebody out there needs to hear this. It's already meant for you. You heard what I said? It's already meant for you. Start accepting and start believing. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?